Hey babes, welcome to another video. So today I am building a small family home, but okay, so it's not like small, it's not like a small family, it's a small home for a family. There we go. Because it's four Sims, a mom and then two, not two. That doesn't make any sense. Three kids. Yeah. And I know the house is on the gallery. I am not sure if the Sims are on the gallery. I will check after this video is uploaded and let you know in tomorrow's video. So, yeah. But so this house, it does have a family that with it, just like my Saturday video did, which I'm gonna start doing more. So just so you know, so the household for this house is the McAllister household. I made them up. I can't communicate with people. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I don't have any social abilities, but you've probably already noticed. Woo. So, the mom, she's a single mom, and I imagined her sort of like maybe in like her last year of university or something. Like she went back to university later. She went to university later in life, and she's sort of in her last year. And so, originally this house was in not the town isn't called Get Together, Windenburg, and then later on I moved it into Oasis Springs. So yes, yeah. So the family is the McAllister family, like I already said. So the mom is Mandy McAllister, and then she has three daughters. The oldest daughter, who I imagined is like 8 years old, is Kelly McAllister. The middle child, who I imagined is like 6, is Eve McAllister, and then there's a little toddler. I imagine she's like 2, 3 years old. Riley McAllister. So yeah. So those are the Sims. So yes. And then this is their house, and they live in this house. And I was going to make this a small house, like a 100-tile small house. And I was all like, you know what? I do a lot of tiny houses. And I was like, maybe you don't have tiny living, so I didn't do that. But then there ended up being like a bunch of tiny living stuff in this house. I mean, not a bunch, but like the door is tiny living. A bunch of the things in the mom's bedroom is tiny living. So, yeah. So speaking of which, let's get into what packs I use. So if you didn't know, a while back somebody commented on a few. I've gotten a few comments. What packs did I use in this build? So here I'm going to tell you. It's also on the gallery, and of course, if you don't have all of these packs, you can still download the house. Just some objects will be missing. So in this house, I used Seasons, Kids Room Stuff, Tiny Living, Laundry Day, Dine Out, Parenthood, Jungle Adventures, Get Famous, Get to Work, Cats and Dogs, Discover University, Perfect Patio, Outdoor Retreat, City Living, Movie Hangout, the holiday gift free thing, whatever, Vintage Glamour, and Get Together. And if you see any packs that I did not mention, please comment them down below, because I'm not the most observant person in the world. So yeah, so this house is definitely currently on the gallery, and I believe the household is too. I will double check and update you in tomorrow's video, the baby boy nursery, whether they are or not. But of course, if you're not seeing this on Wednesday, then it will definitely already be up if they are not already up. So yeah, and if you do play with this household, please let me know in the comments below. So I didn't come up with much of a story for them besides the single mom who's in university, and I imagined that she was either an art or like a culinary major. Not major, but like that's what she was studying, So yeah. So let me know if you do play with this household where you take it in their direction, because I currently am not playing with this household because I spend a lot of my Sims time building or playing my household, which you're going to see a video for either next week or 2 weeks from now. I'm not quite sure, but yes. So, channel update. I'm not sure if it's going to work. This video, you'll know if it happened in this video because I haven't tried it out yet. I wanted to record the audio first just to have the audio because I didn't want to play around too long with it. But sometime in the next, I'm going to say, couple of videos, maybe 4 videos, I'm going to start adding, an end card. I have the end card. I have, the picture I'm going to use already, and I have the music I'm going to use. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to, execute it correctly. So, yeah. I don't know if it's going to happen this video, but if it does, just so you know, it's a picture of a sim, which I'm going to explain the video either this Saturday's video or next Saturday's video or the Saturday when you'll see the end card, most likely. I will explain who the sim is, but it's not a sim from this household. It is just an end card type thing instead of me just ending on either my video ending, not the video, the speed build ending or the last picture in the slideshow, whatever. Also, sorry that my voice sounds kind of weird. It's because I'm dehydrated and water's really far away. So, yeah, fun times, We are very, very behind. So, if you have ever heard of a speed builder called Simlessy, which if you haven't, check out her channel. I know I said it in my last video, but she's amazing. I love her. Her speed builder is really, really inspiring. This was actually inspired by a couple of apartments actually that I saw her do on her channel. So yeah, you can definitely see a lot of inspiration if you look at Simlessy's apartments, family apartments, and then look here, you'll definitely see some inspiration. But I still wanted to give it a sort of different twist. And one of the twists is that it's not an apartment for one, but yeah, that happened. And I did do something weird. I know that this happened a while ago, but I put the refrigerator in a different room than the kitchen, which I know isn't the most realistic thing I could have done, but I didn't know how to fit the fridge into the kitchen, so I put it in this little laundry area, and I really, really like that. I know it's not very realistic and stuff, but I just really like the way it looked, and the little toy corner too, and I mean, this room is really, really, really cluttered, but I really, 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 really am confused and lost my train of thought. But yeah, so I originally was going to have a budget for this house. I think it was the starting amount. Maybe I added some, I don't know. But then I was all no, I want to decorate it. So I just gave myself some more money. Yeah, because, you can either have a cheap house or you can have a really nice decorated house like this that looks cheap. That looks like they're not the most wealthy family, but it's still an expensive house comparatively. So I added some pictures, a lot of movie hangout pictures, a lot of movie hangout decorations. I really like the stuff from movie hangout. I always try to call it movie night, and then I always call bowling night bowling hangout. I switch them up all the time because movie night sounds more right to me, and I don't know why I call it bowling hangout. I think I just know because one of them is night and one of them is hangout. I don't even have bowling night stuff, so I don't know. But I really, really want it because it has some really, really nice stuff. So yes, that is a thing that exists. So now I'm moving on to the toddler room. I really, really like her room. I feel even though it's really, really small, it's still I was still able to add a lot of things to it, and it still feels like a complete toddler room. I mean, it has a bookshelf and a chair even, and I imagine that maybe the bookshelf drawers have her clothes in them, and that doubles as a dresser, and then the nightstand can double as a toy chest or something, or maybe they're both dressers and all of the toys are just out, or most of the toys are just out in that little toy area front room. place. So yeah, I also added these butterfly decorations from kids' room stuff, and I really, really liked the way it looked. And I added these curtains from Parenthood into all of the rooms. So yeah. So now onto the bathroom. I used a lot of Parenthood stuff from this bathroom. Used a lot of Parenthood stuff. Honestly, Parenthood is such a great pack. If you're a builder and you like building family homes and you don't have Parenthood, honestly, it's probably the best because I use that stuff. I probably use at least like 2 things from Parenthood in every single build I do, family home or not. Parenthood is just a really, really great pack for Create a Sim. I mean, Create a Sim is not as strong as their Build and Buy, but their Build and Buy is strong, and then the gameplay is also amazing, and I really, really like the pack. So it's definitely one of my number one most recommended packs. So yeah, I was just cluttering up the sinky place, the counter. That's what it's called. I'm sorry. It is late. So yes. Okay. So on to the mom's room. I really, really, really love the mom's room. I gave her a single bed because, she's a single mom and there was more space. And yeah, and I put a lot of like tiny living stuff in there. And I just really, really like the way it looks. I feel like this would be a great space for like when she just wants to go and get some peace and quiet. This is a place with like cool whites and greens and nice looking woods, and it's just really, really calming, a place where she can clear her head. And even though it's a pretty small room, I mean, this is like the size of my average bathroom, I feel like it still feels so open and spacious, and I would love to have this room, honestly. Yeah, so I also added the toddler potty in this room because I couldn't figure out how to fit it into the bathroom. I mean, I guess I could have deleted the laundry bin in the bathroom, but then the toddler wouldn't have had anywhere to put her laundry, and the kids wouldn't have either because the mom is the only one that has her own laundry bin. So, I also gave the mom another one of those TVs, but not sized up that I did in the living room. Yes. And I sized up that rug from Get Together or City Living. And I put those pictures up. I don't know why. I really like using those pictures and pretending that's like family pictures. I really wish we had more pictures of like Sims that could be like family pictures, but yeah. And so on to the kids' room. I really, 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 really wanted there to be a bunk bed. So I kept fiddling around and trying to make a bunk bed work, but I ended up just quitting because I couldn't make it work. And this room would have been so perfect for bunk beds. And I just really, really want bunk beds in the house, the Sims. There was just one of those surveys for the Sims released, and they didn't. I wish there was a question for bunk beds because I just want bunk beds so bad, and so many other people do too. Like, this room could have benefited so much from a bunk bed. Like, there would have been so much more room, but I ended up giving up on that idea and just giving them 2 beds each. And I actually really ended up liking the way that this room turned out. So I just put 2 of those kid room stuff beds in there, one with the greeny swatch and one with the more white swatch. And I put these little bookshelf things like in the front of the bed, and I imagine that like that's their little storage area within their room. They have like old school projects, books they like, and then they have like a little storage compartment for like little keepsakes. And so that's their own little personal thing that the other sister cannot touch. And I really, really like that idea. And then they have this shared dresser in the middle that has a bunch of clutter, like toys and stuffed animals and little knickknacks. And I also gave them one of those like doctory sets. And yeah, and I sort of gave them like a nature-y themed room. I put those like wall decals from Parenthood and those pictures of leaves that I love and use way too much, but it's okay. In fact, I use them another place in the house. So yeah, here's me just cluttering up the it's not a nightstand, it's a dresser. I got this, don't worry. So yeah, and I put a lot of greens and blues and whites and that light wood And I just really, really liked the way it turned out. Yeah, that's fun. Um, wow. GG, Sarah. You. What? Okay. Back to what we were doing. So yeah, I also added in that green carpet. Oh, I love that, not carpet, rug. I love that rug. I think it came with the toddler update, like the update where they added in toddlers. A lot of that stuff I just really, really love. So I didn't end up. I was gonna give one of the girls a poster wall, and then I was like, nah, let's just use these decals, and yeah. And so now we sort of go on to the outside, and I decided to do the outside last. But I really, 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 really can't speak English. Oh wait, we're not quite on the outside. I put some pictures in that little hallway area. I mean, some like kids artwork. I hit now onto the outside. I sort of gave like the house a like blue and white type theme, based off of like that wallpaper, not wallpaper, the paneling I used that had like the side corner piece that was blue. So I made the deck blue and the stairs blue, and yeah. And this house was really easy to roof because it was literally just like a long box. But honestly, I feel like it really worked for this house. Usually I don't do that kind of stuff because it doesn't, I mean, it's not, I mean, it just looks really basic and lazy. But I really liked the way it looked. And it was sort of like, I was going to make it like a trailer like Johnny Zest had. But then I was all like, nah. And honestly, I'm still probably going to call it a trailer. You know, it's still a trailer. It's a trailer. Forget what I just said. Forget everything I've said. Honestly, just leave while you still can. I got a comment recently that of someone who subscribed. Also, if it was you, hi. I'm sorry for calling you out, but I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was weird. It was somebody who's saying like, oh, I don't even play The Sims, but you entertained me, so I'm subscribing anyway because, and I was all like, you sure you weren't listening to somebody else? Because I think I'm the opposite of entertaining. If you want to replace entertaining with like bad at English, then we can talk because that is accurate. Because I cannot speak English. Oh, I put these little like those like flowery box things from a Get Famous and size them down, and they look so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Yes, and so I really enjoy landscaping for Oasis Springs, but it's a lot harder because there's a lot less things that like go in the desert, and yeah, but I still had fun landscaping and I used a lot of cacti and that little bushy thing. And you know what? You can just see, instead of me failing to describe what you're looking at, just use your eyes, please. Yeah, so I made that little area and then I closed it in with rocks eventually. And then I made a little like tree circle area that's inspired by those little like, not those little like, you know, like the tree boxes on the land grab house. I think those exist. Am I making that up? Did I see that in a video? I think those exist. It was inspired by that. So yeah, I just used that little rock thing. I love doing that. I mean, I've seen it a lot in real life, and I think it looks really, really good in The Sims. So I use that. And here's that little tree place I was talking about. And then I had like this little area of cacti. And yeah, existence is an existence. Where did that even come from? Where am I? What planet did I come from? Can I go back? Honest, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the little rocky circle thing. And, you know, fun times for all. So in the backyard, I wanted to add like a little like one of those playhouses, you know. I imagine that like maybe their grandparents like gave it to them, gave it to the kids as like a Christmas or a birthday present or something. And so it's like a little like club hangout place. There's a craft table, there's a blocky, one of those like sim Lego table things. There's a chair, and I think there's either a toy box or one of those giant stuffed animals. I do not remember. And then I also gave them a swing set in the backyard. And yeah. So I really, really like that. I want to start adding more clubhouses because I love clubhouses. I love the idea of them. I really wish that tree houses were like more possible in The Sims because I would be adding tree houses to a lot of these houses. I loved tree houses back in The Sims 3. They were one of those things that I remembered loving. I played The Sims 3 when I was like 12, 13. So, but one of the things I really, really remember loving was tree houses. So yeah. Here's me adding in the toddler potty because I remembered there wasn't one. And then me adding in the swing set. And now we're pretty much on to the screenshots. So yeah, once again, the screenshots are longer than I usually would have liked, but my thing gave up on me and wouldn't let me put in 4 seconds. And it really, really bugged me. So yeah, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. And I hope you've gotten some inspiration from this house. And if you have, please feel free to build whatever has inspired you. And if you would like to make over this house or any of my houses, please feel free to go on the gallery, download one of my houses, redo it however you want, and then repost it to the gallery with that hashtag it's just meh. Not it's just me, it's just meh, like my channel title. And I remember to spread positivity wherever you go, and I'll see you all tomorrow for my baby boy nursery, which I'm really, really excited about. So yeah, see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.